I'm a little bit emotional because I'm coming here after 1 or 2 years. But before I start my presentation is broken into 2 parts. One, I wanted to join your mission of promoting your best product produced in India. Then I'll come back to the original subject which has been given and assigned to me for presentation. But before I start my video event, I'll ask Mr. Anil Dhumal, Mr. Uday Singh, Mr. Harish Garware, and Mr. Chakradhar Rao, be me a moral support here. I know it's amounting to you as a punishment, but I can't help it. इधर ही खड़े रहिए आप लोग और एक बार जोरदार पोल्ट्री के इंडिया के लिए ताली ऐसे हाथ उठा के उड़ाए. Thank you. You know, these 4, they work, but they don't know objectively what to work for. That's my impression. But trust me, if Poultry India, if ever has become a brand, it has become because of him. So clap for them again. I was angry with them because they were not doing anything last 1 year for the industry. So I made an effort to show you a video which can become mission for all of us in this audience for tomorrow. So watch this video. It's a little bit long, but worth watching and triggering your mind, interrogating yourself, convincing yourself, if my product does not go to every doorstep in this nation, our mission is incomplete. So Poultry India is not a Poultry India. Poultry is a mission from tomorrow. Unless you take it as a mission, it may not justify our existence for the last 75 years. Many speakers from previous speeches, they've given indicators in bits and pieces, but I wanted to invite your mission with the folded hand. Please join hands in promoting the chicken and egg protein for tomorrow if you want to build up the industry for yourself, myself, for everyone. Can I have the video, please, if it is working?
The most complex questions usually have the simplest answers. But one simple question that has troubled experts through the ages. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? It's a question that has puzzled philosophers, scientists, and storytellers for centuries. But perhaps, what really deserves our attention is a far more urgent question. How can chicken and eggs together help bridge India's growing protein gap? India's hidden hunger isn't calories. It is protein. India, the world's 3rd largest producer of eggs and 5th in poultry meat, stands at the cusp of nutrition transformation. Yet as a nation, we still face a protein paradox, abundance in production, but gaps in consumption. This is India's hidden hunger, a silent crisis of protein deficiency. Across villages and cities, we see full plates but empty nutrients. Our diets are dominated by rice, chapati, and dal, filling, yes, but missing something vital. Across regions, from rice bowls of the south to wheat belts of the north, protein often takes a back seat. Something that builds strength, energy, and growth, protein.
Oh, the protein being the most necessary element of citizens' growth, I think we should look at this issue more prospectively. How India is going to address as a national challenge towards nutritional deficiencies. We are moving towards nutritional sufficiency, but protein deficiency has been a major challenge to my opinion. In order to combat this hidden challenge, which is showing up difference in our performances and growth, we should address this. As you know, the WHO has categorically issued guidelines for protein consumption for most of the continents, including India, where they say that the 1 gram of protein per kg of body weight must be a supportive module for protein consumption. I'm a bit surprised that the institutions like National Institute of Nutrition or Indian Council of Medical Research have yet to define their point of view, what India should consume in terms of protein. Now, chicken and egg as an ultimate protein source is yet to get recognition among these institutions. Surprisingly, there is a little bit dotted line recommendation for pregnant and lactating mothers, where it is recommended 1 egg twice a week, or 250 gram to 350 gram chicken twice a week can be a very supportive module for nutritional sufficiency. But I wanted to look at a greater challenge than what is perceived today, because we have more than 27% growing population in the nation, who are going to be the future builders of the nation. And if chicken and egg is the ultimate protein source in terms of bioavailability, in terms of nutrient delivery, in terms of employment generation in the rural perspective, in terms of high-end rural economic growth model, and a liquid cash module for rural employment or rural professionalhood, we should look at chicken and egg as major economic driver for the nation.
Protein is more than a nutrient, it's the foundation of life. A nationwide survey by the Indian Council of Medical Research revealed a worrying truth: the average Indian diet is far from balanced. Nearly 62% of our calories come from carbs like rice and wheat, while protein contributes barely 12%, against the global ideal of 20%. The result? A silent health crisis. 7 out of 10 Indians don't get enough protein. 60% of women are anemic, with low protein intake during pregnancy. Among the elderly, muscle loss and weakness are on the rise. Most diets rely on rice and wheat, high in calories, poor in amino acids. Protein-rich foods like pulses, dairy, eggs, and meat remain underused, limited by food habits, awareness, and affordability. Even in cities, few understand their daily protein needs. It's time for awareness, education, and a national shift toward protein-conscious eating, because protein isn't optional. It's essential.
The proteins are very important food component of our diet, and we should have 40% of our diet should consist of proteins. And as per the guidelines, every person in his daily diet should have 0.8 to 1 gram of his body weight daily. So it means that a person, an average person of 60 kilogram should have 48 to 60 gram of proteins in his diet daily. But if you see globally, the difference is very wide. In North America, that is in US and Canada, the daily intake is around 90 to 100 grams per person. In Europe, it is also 85 to 90. And if you compare it to the other parts of the world, especially our South Asia, it is less than 60 or sometimes 50. And in sub-Saharan area of Africa, the daily intake is less than 50 or 40 grams. And this is sort of protein crisis, and that's why you see wide variation in of protein intake all over the world.
Protein deficiency is not just a health concern. It's a silent national crisis, weakening our workforce, our children, and our future. A worker who tires too soon. A child who struggles to concentrate. A nation losing its energy and productivity, all because of one missing nutrient, protein. For generations, India's plates have been filled with rice, chapatis, and pulses, foods built for the hard labor of farming life. But today, most of us work behind screens, not in the fields. Our diet, however, hasn't changed. The result, too many carbohydrates, too little protein. And when that excess energy isn't burned, it turns into fat, bringing obesity, diabetes, and lifestyle diseases. The irony is striking. We've moved from plows to keyboards, but our food habits remain stuck in the past. A nation's true strength lies not just in its infrastructure, but in the health of its people. And at the heart of that strength lies protein.
If you see Indian diet, it based on cereal. So the carbohydrate content in Indian diet is much more than the requirement. And the proteins, which are very important for our body function, for our tissue, for our muscles, for skin, hair, nails, everything, they are lacking in our food intake. So when we come across the people who come for the diet consultation, we see that people are not having proteins in their diet every day. It's very, very less.
I'll finish very quickly.
Actually, the proteins are available in nature if we stick to our traditional diet and we include different food groups in our diet. It's very easy to take proteins as per the requirement, and it will definitely give us good health. The sources are very easily available, and wise choice and the right amount of the food is very important, and it will definitely correct the intake of protein. For example, we can have eggs, which are high biological value protein and affordable to everybody.
The solution to India's protein gap isn't far, it's right in our kitchens, in a glass of milk, a bowl of dal, an egg a day, or a serving of chicken. The humble egg is nature's multivitamin, affordable, accessible, and packed with 6 to 7 grams of high-quality protein and all 9 essential amino acids. Its biological value is an impressive 94%, compared to 85% in milk, 73% in soy, and just 54% in lentils. In other words, what your body absorbs from one egg would take nearly 2 servings of plant protein to match. Chicken takes the story further, lean, low in fat, and rich in B vitamins, zinc, and selenium. It also has one of the highest digestibility scores among all animal meats, with an amino acid profile remarkably close to human tissue. In fact, egg protein ranks second only to mother's milk in nutritional quality and digestibility. Modern research shows that eggs, when eaten in moderation, do not raise harmful cholesterol levels. Instead, they provide vital nutrients that support heart and brain health.
Hi, my name is Purva, and I have a 3-year-old son right now. While when he was 6 to 8 months old, and when I had started with semi-solids and solid food for him, that's when his doctor has suggested that I could go with anything into vegetarian or something which would suit him better. But we then realized, like my husband and I, we somehow realized that his immunity was getting hit, it was going low, the energy level at it should have been for a 1-year-old or two. But then I was introduced to one of the dietitian when the doctor recommended. I started with eggs, which was on daily basis for him, a boiled egg in any format. And now being 3-year-old, we have started with eggs in different dishes and formats for him. And right now I can sense that his immunity has improved, and along with his mental health, and also physically is quite fit than the age group and other people around.
The pillars of the poultry industry. In India's poultry ecosystem, producers, processors, and consumers form three vital pillars ensuring safe, affordable, and nutritious protein for millions. Producers are the backbone, farmers who rear healthy flocks with balanced feed, hygiene, and biosecurity. By using automated feeding, climate-controlled sheds, and precision nutrition, they boost productivity and national food security. Processors connect farms to homes, handling slaughtering, grading, packaging, and distribution with strict safety standards, turning raw poultry into clean, ready-to-cook products. And consumers complete the cycle, their growing demand for health and hygiene driving the shift toward processed, traceable, and hygienically packed chicken and eggs.
Well, poultry industry in India is among the livestock industry one of the well-organized industry, and if you see rupee wise, it will be a close to a 2 lakh crore industry, and as I say, productivity wise, this industry has achieved all that high standard equivalent to the developed countries. So from productivity angle, this industry has really reached that level where we can really equivalent with the all the international standard of this productivity index. And then looking at egg production and the chicken production for the country, we almost stand third in the world and fourth in the chicken as a production.
India's poultry industry has transformed from small backyard farms into one of the most dynamic, tech-driven sectors in agribusiness today. From precision breeding to climate-controlled houses, science and innovation now power every stage, ensuring productivity, hygiene, and animal welfare. Behind every egg and every kilogram of chicken lies a system guided by automation, biosecurity, and AI-based health monitoring, meeting global standards of quality and safety. Beyond technology, this industry fuels livelihoods, empowers rural women and youth, and strengthens the nation's protein security. By making affordable nutrition accessible to millions, India's poultry sector is truly a symbol of progress, connecting food, health, and sustainable development. The poultry industry, feeding the nation, fueling the future. In this sector lies a powerful ecosystem, farmers, veterinarians, scientists, and entrepreneurs, working together to ensure food safety, sustainability, and accessibility. It employs over 6 million people, empowers rural women, and supports the circular bioeconomy. By adding just one egg a day to school meals, we could bridge nearly half of India's protein gap among children. This isn't just about producing food, it's about building a healthier, stronger, and more productive nation. Because protein is not a nutrient of the rich, it's the foundation of our future. Every egg cracked. Every chicken served. A step closer to a protein-secure India. Affordable. Accessible. Aspirational. That's the power of poultry, the power to nourish a nation.
Protein crisis in India is a cumulative effect of information delivery, consciousness towards vegetative protein consumption, as well as lack of information not being available with the people. Now, I would request multifactorial approach from every stakeholder. Maybe it's poultry industry, maybe the institution of knowledge like.
Okay, we thought we'll cut it across. So, Hello Protein becomes your mission from tomorrow. The drivers of Hello Proteins take the responsibility and go ahead. You start promoting protein. If you like the video, a little more, it'd be available on the website. It'd be available as a Hello Protein, as a vertical. I think the producer The person who directed the film is already here. Mr. Chandran, can you raise a voice from there where you are? So clap for him. The whole idea behind this film, which has been shot over a period of time, has been sensitizing your consciousness as an industry. Can we start promoting our product with its merits correctly to every stakeholder and ensure that not only organizes the industry, it also organizes the rural economy, and you can become a powerhouse. So thank you so much, Poultry India. Here is the mission for me. I'll go back to my presentation and quickly run it through.
Can we go down?
Quickly, please. Clap for them.
Opsingh sir, from Poultry India, definitely we will make an initiative of making the clips what you have made and promote it and make sure it reaches all of us, all the citizens, and make sure that it will be taken forward. Thank you. Thank you for a wonderful message you have given on this dais. We appreciate from Poultry India, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the moment happening on stage right in front of us. Thank you very much, sir, Mr. O.P. Singh, sir, for your valuable time. And we are delighted to know like leaders like you are here with us at Poultry India.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'll try and wrap up. How much time do you give me, the organizers? 5 minutes? Uday, how much time do I have? Shall I leave it here? Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are obsessed with the numbers. So I'd take a subject which is, everybody talks about second to none, third to world numbers of production. But the fact is, if you look at your balance sheet, you are second to nowhere. That's a hard fact, that we run under volatility, we run under uncertainty, and we run under confusion and perception. So that's the challenge this industry, to my opinion, has to come out with. Now, if for time being we leave the numbers aside of the chicken industry and its progress, of course, compliments to you all, you have done a wonderful job. But the time has come that you must find these 3 words, to me, which might become more accurate for our progress. Can we talk about innovation in the poultry? Can we talk about inclusiveness in the poultry? And can we talk about an industry which impacts the nation? Now, I'm sure all the seniors were talking about big food industry and this, but trust me, at the end of the day, I feel disappointed because my industry has no status. At times I'm agriculture, at times I'm industry. I'm not still part of the food industry, nobody talks about it. Whether the central administration, whether the state administration, everybody ignores this industry conveniently as and when it is convenient to them. So my pain as an industry person, if this industry is the most formidable protein producer of this nation, we should get attention. We should get recognition. And since we are rural orientation of our existence, our employment generation cannot be neglected at the cost of any industry comparison. So I need attention from the administration system. I need attention from political system. And that is where this pulse of existence is interesting to go through about it. I don't know how do I move it, the slide. Because of time factor. So that's where I was talking about. The subject we had chosen was difficult. This is one which is my favorite slide. If we need to understand the neurology or neural nodes of our industry, whether the manufacturer, whether it is a farmer, whether he is a veterinarian, whether it is researcher who is a genetist or processor or policy makers, each node of this neural node has a story and has a sensitivity and has a contribution to make to the progress of the industry. It is not alone producer, it's not alone researcher, it's not alone scientist sitting in the lab, it's not alone a processor can make this industry to grow. So if we do not understand the neural network of this industry correctly, we will continue to fall into the same trap which you are seeing since morning, volatility, inconsistency and uncertainty. So that is where this is important. You know why there needs to energize the collective wisdom. Now, I keep talking about unity amongst you all, me all, everyone all, because if you want to address those neural nodes, it has to be corrected. So each factor, fragmented, unstructured knowledge flow is a problem. Data governance, trust and incentive is missing. Scalability and inclusion is misunderstood. Changes and complexities are less forecasted. Translation of knowledge into practice is slow drive. If these are the challenges we are going to live with, probably this industry will continue to into the same moment. So connectivity, trust, quality, inclusion and speed. If you want to make this industry to become forefront runner of food production system, these are the must words for us. Now I'll leave all this, I know you know about it, but each node, whether you take feed input, has a challenge. Breeding and hatchery has a challenge. Farming has a challenge, processing has a challenge, distribution has a challenge, and consumer is also not able to differentiate your product amongst all the available in the food basket. If that is all not addressed cumulatively, together, cohesively, we won't be able to make this industry based on return on investment basis. So I will continue to drive my slide. Look at this. I will not talk about it. This subject was very close to my heart. This is like a prescription where these are three verticals, or these are three DNA helix of existence of the industry. If we do not understand this DNA for the industry and change for future, we would not prosper as it is desirable. If academics, higher education system, research centers, incubation system, labs and collaboration labs are not done, universities are not participating, we are far away from the progress. Industry, incubation centers, if they're not progressing, government financing, policy, advisory services, if these helix systems are not understood, knowledge solutions and transfers are not understood, we would be finding, and there are success story of helix model with the Silicon Valley success depended on these helix model. So if you do not want to practice, you will have a problem. For this was another effort of Poultry India, clap for them again. This was first effort of Poultry India to make Vice Chancellor's Conference in in Lonavala, where 32 Vice Chancellors together were trying to organize what knowledge bank can be transformed into a future support system for the industry. There's plenty of information available. Thank you so much. You can ask me personal question because of paucity of time.